What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Savannah and welcome to the announcement of the next Planet Zoo DLC, the African Pack. So as you just saw by the trailer we watched, the next DLC coming to Planet Zoo is based around Africa. And I know a lot of you guys may have seen this coming already because there were some leaks a while ago, but I'm super excited that it's finally here. We have proof and we get to see what we get our hands on. So in this pack, there are going to be 4 new animals as well as 1 new exhibit animal, along with about 180 scenery pieces, and that's probably the part I'm most excited about. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm an animal person, I love my animals. However, with the last pack, I really was missing some new scenery, some new build pieces. So 180 new pieces is fantastic, and I am super excited about that. So what I want to do today is not only do I want to talk about the animals, but I want to go through, let's break down this trailer and take a look at some of the screenshots that I pulled from the trailer, because the trailer goes by so fast. So I want to make sure that we can really kind of dive in and see what we got going on. So this very first image here we see, it pops up and we've got this very like almost Moroccan, if not a little bit Egyptian inspired, a little bit later on you'll see what I mean, kind of style to it. And I am loving it, you guys. I am so excited about this kind of style. I was a little bit worried because we already have African themed pieces in the game where they were gonna go with this, and this is phenomenal. These are beautiful pieces. You can see here this is probably a new wall set. What I'm looking at here, the tan of the 2 towers right there. In the background though, we do have this lovely like dome piece on top, and then it looks like some new umbrellas down here in the bottom there, maybe a couple new window pieces. What I'm wondering is this detailing on the top of the roof here, if these are going to be individual pieces, are they going to be grid pieces that snap into the corners like that? I'm not quite sure. We have some new little archways here, and then we'll see these a little bit closer, these kind of like mud pillar things. I'm loving the detail. I'm assuming that these are going to be another wall set over here, this kind of mud set with the holes in it, but I love the little hole detail to it. I absolutely love that. We get our sneak peek. This thing down here, I believe is the Fennec Fox statue, and we see a closer version of it a little bit later when it's facing us, and that's where I mean it looks a little bit Egyptian-ish because it reminds me of like the Sphinx. But yeah, we have this little statue here. We've got some nice mosaic things around the bottom of this palm tree here. Going to the next screenshot, this is a beautiful overview of what I'm assuming is a brand new map because look at all those sand dunes and things. I actually haven't opened up the desert map in Planet Zoo, so I could be completely wrong, but either way, either it's a new map and I'm here for it, or it's an existing map and I just need to play in it. So let me know in the comments down below. But see, we have much more detailing on top of the roof here. Again, this over here on the left-hand side is that like dome piece again. On top of that wall set, we see a little bit of the sneak peek of the mosaics down here. I see a little fence piece leaning up against the side of this building, which looks beautiful. These wall pieces here with the windows cut out going back to this little building over here. I am so in love with all the colors that we're seeing. And then this down here, we can't ignore the fact that this looks like a brand new path. So 1 of 3 I think I spotted in this trailer. So brand new path down there. Let's see over here, we're gonna get a little bit closer to that area down there in our next screenshot. Here we have guests going through a little archway, and I already know these beams right here are going to be one of my favorites. I am just so hoping that these are flexi colored, because look at the detail of the little like worn painting on the end of these wooden beams. Super versatile as long as they are flexi colored. I so hope that they are. And then I'm also looking back here, if you guys spy this little like lattice thing. I am really hoping that this is a modular piece here and that we can actually recolor this, because this reminds me of that existing lattice piece that we already have in game, but it's not recolorable. It has to stay that like tan brownish color. So the fact if we get a recolorable lattice piece, that will make making aviaries and things like that so much easier. So that's what I'm really hoping for with that. Not too much else that I spotted in this one aside from that beautiful mosaic rhinoceros sign up there. Let's move on to the next one. In this one, we see 2 new paths. So these are the 2 other ones that I spotted in addition to the first one I pointed out. So we have this beautiful kind of black and white tiled one, and then this green and blue mosaicked. I would absolutely love if these were flexi colored, but I am not holding my breath for that. But if we got this tiled one here and it was flexi colored, can you imagine the possibilities? That would be fantastic. But it looks like we got some new benches here, and I'm loving the little covered canopy look to these. Again, still hoping that they're flexi colored. Looks like we got a brand new arch piece over here. And then up on here, some tiling decal. These hanging fabrics are already in game. We already have that. The vase up there we already have. I'm seeing some more signs on the wall. So we have like the scarab beetle here. Looks like some camel decals. I'm wondering because this one here on the right and this one here on the left look like they might be similar. Like right there you can see the mouth and the mouth of the camel over there. So I'm wondering if this is a block that they've then put this statue on, and if it comes with these camels and the scarab beetle, or if the camels and the scarab beetle are able to be placed on this block. Just not quite sure yet. These pillars look new and they look super detailed. The one thing I will say about everything that I see in this pack so far looks incredibly detailed, and I am so excited for it. It reminds me so much of the recent Courtyard Oasis kit from The Sims 4. It has that very same kind of feel to it with all the tiles, all the colors. And I'm just noticing now this right here looks like it might be a new like fountain decal piece, which is beautiful. Moving in to our next picture here, the first thing that caught my eye, to be honest, over here on the left hand side, all these little plates and things, I am so hoping, please Frontier, can those be individual little pieces, individual little detail things, because we need more teeny tiny properly scaled little items like that, and I'm so hoping that they are, because what we can do with those would be phenomenal. Over here, the stack of fabrics is not new, but I believe this little cart here is new. That looks pretty great. We can see a new like light over here that almost looks like an oil lamp or something back here. Again, those tiling details across the top of the roof there. This archway, check out that archway with all the details on that. It's beautiful, and like just look at all the colors and how bright this is. It totally feels like summery and bright, and just it's beautiful. And the contrast between like the desert here and the bright blue sky, I am so excited for this. So excited for this. Moving on to our very last screenshot of scenery pieces, we have these beautiful meerkat statues, and then we have this little meerkat sign in the middle, which makes me feel like, if you remember the little scarab beetle that I pointed out a little bit before, looks like a very similar style sign. So I'm very much hoping that we have like this style sign for all 5 animals, because that would be phenomenal. Again, we see in the background, we see this kind of like dome decal on the top. I'm wondering if that's a solid piece or if it's multiple pieces put together. I kind of hope that it would be multiple pieces put together, if it's like 4 sections that make it a dome, because that would be pretty cool to utilize. I feel like it would just make it more usable. Are these trees new? I feel like these trees right here may be new, maybe not. I can't quite tell if they look like the one that we've used in Hakea Wildlife Park already, the one we used in the African wild dog habitat. They look really, really similar, so maybe I'm wrong on that one as well. But either way, we've got these beautiful meerkat statues because the very first animal I want to talk about is this little guy. We have meerkats, or at least we will have meerkats. How exciting is that? How long have we wanted and begged and screamed from the rooftops? We want meerkats, and now we have them. Okay, so maybe I was the only one screaming from the top of rooftops for meerkats, but that makes me a very happy camper. I am super, super excited for meerkats. So we have these little guys, and as we saw in the trailer, they seem to poke out of these little holes. So I'm imagining that this right here is an enrichment item that you can place down on the ground and that the animal can interact with it. It doesn't seem like they're going to have like free digging and things like that, at least just from what the snippets of what we saw in the trailer, although I do believe that would be a little bit out of the realm of possibility for what we could expect. I am completely pleased with this little enrichment item. That's kind of exactly what I was expecting, and I'm just super excited to have meerkats in the game as another kind of small animal that you can make tiny exhibits for. And that brings me to the second habitat animal, and that's the Fennec Fox. The Fennec Fox is another one that I'm super excited to see because, again, just like the meerkat, they don't need or shouldn't need too much space, and they're another one of those animals that just fill in the little teeny spaces in your zoo and make your zoo feel that much more realistic. Love, love, love that we're going to be getting the Fennec Fox. Moving on to the next animal, the African penguin. Super excited to see these guys. And just so you guys know, I don't actually have screenshots of what the Fennec Fox, the African penguin, or the Southern White Rhino look like, or the Scarab Beetle. I don't know what he looks like either, but so I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys, and I can't wait to see what the meerkat body actually looks like the whole animal. So I imagine over the next couple days we'll be seeing those. But bringing the African penguin to our kind of animal roster is really, really exciting as well. Gives us another kind of bird animal that we can expect to use, but also one that doesn't need like snow and cold climates. These guys are pretty cool, so we can make some like tropical warm weather climate habitats for them, which could be pretty cool. And last but not least, we get the Southern White Rhino. And I know this was a highly requested animal. I am super excited to see this one in game. The Southern White Rhinos are really, really cool animals. And although they're not quite as threatened as the Northern White Rhinos are, the Northern White Rhinos are the ones that are like critically endangered. There's only a few left, and they really, really need all our help as far as conservation goes. Still very excited to see the Southern White Rhinos in the game. So I will 100% be building for them. Now I haven't decided. Big question is who I'll be building for first. I have not made up my mind. I'm going back and forth between the meerkat or the Fennec Fox. Honestly, those two little guys are kind of drawing my attention right off the bat. So I'll have to make that decision here coming soon. But this pack does release on the 22nd of June. So we have about a week from today until you can get your hands on it. I am super excited. If I haven't said that 1,000 times already in this video, I'm sure you're sick of hearing that. I sound like a broken record, but I am super, super excited. I do feel like without the scenery pieces in the last pack, the pack just didn't have that much more to play with. So hopefully with some more scenery objects, 4 new animals, 1 exhibit animal, we have stuff to sink our teeth into and come up with some brand new habitat designs. So let me know what you think. Tell me all about it, what your opinions are, if you're excited about what you see, what you would have hoped to have seen but didn't get, what you hope to see with the animals that we are getting, because I do believe we're getting a few new enrichment items as well. I will be covering the DLC pack obviously on the channel, making some builds, some habitats for them. So do subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Really helps me out, and it'll allow you to stay up to date on everything that I've got going on. Some new stuff coming to the channel very soon that I'm very excited about. So without any more talking, I am going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!